Well, what's up, Facebook? Look at that. Rear-facing lights. I thought I'd open up this video with an update on what's going on, and might as well show you, like, instead of looking at my ugly mug, boom, you're looking at the tail end of the buggy. So, those are the rear-facing lights and stoplight. I just put that on, so go down here, pick this up. Brake lights will come off. Rear facing lights. Now check this out. So the rear facing lights, or the reverse lights, are actually off of the switch off the main transmission. Pop this into neutral and they're out. And I rigged up something like I said. So we started the little rocker switch panel right here. I took the other panel down, just down here. It'll go right back up. But if I hit this switch, and that's supposed to give me a rock, I think rock lights, what that was going to be. No, but if I hit this switch, turns on, I still have the option to turn on my rear facing lights. And I see that one has got to be adjusted a little bit. Okay. So go back over here, turn it off. All lights are off. Let me show you some other things that have been going on. Not too much of a change on the dash. I currently have the auxiliary power switch on. So over here, started doing the wiring for the relays. This is for the water, the fan for the radiator. So I started mocking this up. This relay switch down here is going to be for the horn. It's not wired up. Started putting some components back on. Come over here. Down here, put this component back on to make sure everything down here clears and everything's going to work right. Started working on this panel down here. Putting all these relays in. So this is the only relay that's currently wired up. So here's my main power feed source coming in. This is a fusible length. It comes out of here back into the distribution box right here. Then off of here I can bring more power leads, and each wire gets its own dedicated fuse to whatever circuit I'm powering. And I'm going to go ahead and run another lead off of here, down here. That'll supply power to the fan switch over there. So other than that, it's a mess. That's really the only update from right now. I called on the magnetic pickup for the crank position sensor. They're going to go off the pulley down there. The guy has not started it yet. He's going to try and start it this week, I hope. Because we need that in order to get this engine to crank. I've also been doing research on the Terminator X system. I'm going to start pulling out the wiring harness for the Terminator X that, remind you, is right here. I'm going to start wiring this bad boy up with the MSD EFI 6 right there too. We're going for actual cranking the motor. Turn this around. So, we are at about ready to start wiring the engine up to actually, crank the engine up. Doing some research. Again, they tell me everything should work. That Terminator X should you be able to use the factory sensors and run the engine. Let's hope. In the meantime, I have to weld in the oxygen sensor bung on the exhaust stream. I have to start welding up and finishing up the 2¼ inch exhaust system that I'm going to use temporarily since we're not going with a turbo off the bat. Remember, I talked about we're just going to get this engine running. This is a junkyard motor. Let's just see if it runs. Another thing I wanted to show you. See if I can do this right. So here's the fan in the oil cooler, and I put this piece of wood right here to mock up the distance that I want to have between the face of the fan and the actual cooler. And I'm going to build some sort of shroud that'll bolt off of this, some sort of shroud, and then this will bolt to the shroud. So that will go, turn this around one more time. That's going to get bolted up right in here. I have slits cut into the aluminum panels to allow air to be pulled in to the cooler using the fan. Obviously you can see a lot of my wiring is just dangling down. I just got to tidy things up and tuck it up and get it nice and neat, okay? Wiring is not fun. And I just got home from, my day job. Block my hand out of the way. So, I got a normal job too. And I wish I could work on this thing 6 hours a day, every day. Shoot, if I could do that, this bug would probably be running by now. If I could afford not to work. But I can't. I gotta work. Alright? So that's all I've got. Some shop updates, doing installation improvements. Pellet stove. It's helping out. It's cold outside. It is cold here, and I really want to get this shop insulated up. Started putting some 2x4s up in the rafters up there. Right there, 2x4s. Starting the, basically the roof, and then insulation. So that's all I've got really, and there'll be more to come. Starting the buggy by the end of this month. It's a possible. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see what happens, okay? Let's hope Holly can pull through and help me out, okay? You all take care. Bye.